Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
State lawmakers recently got a detailed look at the Department of Public Safety's investigation into the September 2020 crash involving Attorney General Jason Roundsburg.
Investigators showed them maps, graphics, and video clips to explain what they believe happened the night Roundsburg hit and killed Joe Beaver. Last week, the House Select Committee voted 6-2 to not recommend impeachment, but they never saw this same presentation.
The most disappointing thing that I heard today was that these troopers who put together a very professional and on the merits investigation offered to present it to that committee and were denied that opportunity.
He said it would have helped the committee. The full House will meet in Pierre on Tuesday to take up the impeachment debate. As for Roundsburg's driving history, in the 2 years leading up to the crash, law enforcement officers pulled him over 15 times.
In most of those cases, he received warnings.
All right, Jason, I'm going to go ahead and give you that back. I'm not going to write you a citation today. I just got to urge you to be a little bit more careful.
Yep.
The stop stemmed from Roundsburg running a stop sign and pulling out in front of police. It was the second time he nearly caused a crash with law enforcement. He was given a warning that time as well. Authorities in Hamilton County are investigating a fiery crash east of Castlewood. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says it happened just before 1:30 Wednesday morning. As you can see here, the car did catch fire.
The driver, a 21-year-old Webster woman, was hurt and taken to a hospital. She was arrested and faces multiple charges, including DUI and overdriving road conditions. A member of the U.S. Air Force living in Box Elder plans to plead guilty in connection with a child porn case. Cody Allen Green is accused of sexually exploiting a girl in March 2019 via Facebook Messenger by producing images of child pornography.
Authorities say a search of his devices found pictures of minors involved in sexually explicit conduct. Green's change of plea hearing is set for next week.
Turning to weather now with meteorologist Scott Munt. Some snow falling in KELOLAND and plenty of wind this morning, Scott.
Oh, a lot of snow out there and a lot of wind to go along with it. Reduced visibilities across a good portion of eastern and northeastern South Dakota because of the combination of the two, and our temperatures will remain well below average. Many locations probably in the 30s and 40s for afternoon highs. You can see some of the light snow that we have going across northeastern South Dakota on KELOLAND Live Doppler HD. First stop is across eastern and northeastern South Dakota. Now southeastern KELOLAND, a couple of snow showers will continue to come in from the south, and they will include the Sioux Falls area, and we have light snow showers still trying to hold here across parts, I'll just say parts, of western South Dakota. Visibility down to 3 miles or less where we do have the snow showers moving through, thanks in part to our strong winds and the snow combination give us those reduced visibilities. Wind gusts still in that 40 to near 50 mile per hour range as temperatures are in the low to middle 30s. We'll have afternoon highs in the 30s and 40s. More details on the KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Goodhurst State Park is teaching kids about everything from bugs to bison through its Little Acorns program. Park naturalist Jen Stahl picks a different topic each month, and it's based on what kids see outdoors.
This month, they're learning about bees. The program is designed for preschool-age kids and always starts with a story.
So it's usually hopefully an educational story where they'll learn about the animal and it keeps them settled down, and then we talk about the actual animal itself or the plant, and then we get up and we move and we go and we do some art activity, and then we're usually playing a game and running around the visitor center or outside. We're constantly up and down and moving around.
The Little Acorns program is the first Wednesday of each month during fall, winter, and spring.
It becomes a weekly event meeting on Thursdays in June and July. The program is free with a park entrance license and no registration is required.
If you like music, there's a concert at the Cathedral of St. Joseph you may want to check out tonight. This new concert organ will be making its debut at 7 p.m. That's not all. Leading up to the concert, there will be a presentation from the organ builders at 6:15 in the Parish Hall. They'll talk about upcoming plans to build a new big organ in the choir loft. Father James Morgan says the hope is to have a new gallery organ in place by 2025. The WNBA draft takes place Monday night, and a pair of USD standouts are hoping to hear their names called. Hannah Shervin and Chloe Lamb have submitted their eligibility for the draft. We'll hear from them tonight on KELOLAND News. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today, well, windy for sure. We've got widespread 30 to 60 mile an hour winds. High wind warnings are again continuing for many locations, and if not warnings, we have wind advisories. Bottom line is too, snow is incorporated with that. Now you can see the trend here, East River primarily. We've had some scattered bands in the west too, but for the most part, those little filaments will be a little less common this afternoon. I still think Sioux Falls, Watertown, we're going to continue to rotate in these pockets of rain and snow throughout the afternoon, and there will be moments where visibility will be reduced, and where those highlights are best is probably going to be, well, in fact, is a winter weather advisory for Watertown, Marshall, and also Worthington. It does not include Sioux Falls, however, but nevertheless, we still got to deal with that element of weather through the early evening. The hope is we bring down the wind tomorrow and start clearing out the skies a little bit as that area of low pressure, that upper level spin in the atmosphere moves away. But the quieter pattern short-lived. We could see some showers in parts of South Dakota as early as Sunday. Next week is starting to get much more active. It's a messy pattern, but it's probably the best way to move the needle on the drought monitor. We've got for one thing here, a substantial trough in the west. That's a starter point here. You got a kicker low out of Colorado. This is probably going to open up the Gulf of Mexico, and it's going to push some moisture into KELOLAND. Now, the exact specifics we don't have yet. I think it's pretty safe to say the warm sector will have thunderstorms and severe weather. The backside will have wind, whipped snow, and blizzard conditions somewhere. We have to figure that out yet, but that will be occurring about a week out from now. Well, probably Wednesday, Thursday is our diagnosis on that. And I would say, venture to say, likely will affect parts of South Dakota and North Dakota next week. So that's something you'll need to keep watching for. And as time allows, we'll be detailing more on that. Just a little side note, too, on the precipitation forecast. Notice the yellows and the nice enhancement here across the northern plains. This is the best shot in the arm we've had for moisture potential. I hate to get too carried away on amounts yet, but let's kind of just think about we could get some much needed help here, at least starting to move that way for a single system. So that's what we have next week. More to come. Highs today, 40, Sioux Falls. Again, showers, rain, snow, mix out there. Northwest winds up to 50 at times. 7-day forecast. We get these 50s back for the weekend. Next week, we probably hold the 50s. We'll start getting some rain chances. Now, for Aberdeen and Pierre, this rain chance might arrive on Sunday. We're watching that. We may have to put that in the forecast. The temperature outlook as we go through time really gets to be harder and harder to diagnose. I am going to tell you, though, for Wednesday, for day 7, we're likely to see southeast KELOLAND, a lot warmer than the west, and I think that the probability of rain and snow will be going up. In fact, we'll probably have to be adding more of this to Rapid City as time goes on. And we've already decided to go highs in the 30s here by day 6 and day 7. Keep watching the weather. More coverage online at KELOLAND.com.